Welcome to the American Rambler with your host, Paul Grafton. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about Brian Laundrie and the multitude of what I consider to be fake sightings. Right now, the Sun reports a list of 11 sightings, and I think only two of them can be true. Uh, One of the time was finding Brian Laundrie driving a white pickup truck headed to his girlfriend's house in LA. I don't think that's really the case. I don't think uh, that he is anywhere in the U.S. if he is alive. And I don't think he would be so obvious. And unless the girl is using him as a weapon, I don't think any woman is going to get near him. Brian Laundrie, a person of interest in the murder investigation of his blogger fiancee Gabby Petito, remains at large more than a week after vanishing from his parents' home in Florida. Now, that's another thing we haven't talked about. Do you think his parents are helping him? Okay. Maybe they've planted some things for him where he had bad access, but they told him do not discuss anything with them, so they have plausible deniability. The 23-year-old, who has not yet been deemed a suspect in Gabby's death, was allegedly last seen by his family on September 14th. What is it, October 3rd, 4th? When he told them he was going for a hike in Carlton Reserve near Venice, but never returned. So essentially, he got a 48-hour to 72-hour head start, leaving Carlton Preserve. Maybe he hitchhiked somewhere. Maybe he disguised himself, grew his hair out. Who knows? Okay. He reportedly drove from his family home to the park in his silver Ford Mustang. Laundrie's parents told police they only grew concerned between 24 to 48 hours after the son failed to return from the hike. They claimed they drove up to the 25,000-acre park and spotted Laundrie's car and drove it home after allegedly finding a note on the windshield left by police asking for it to be removed from the area. Have we seen that note? They also said they had no contact with their son during that time. FBI investigators have been scouring the park for several days, but have so far yielded no trace of Laundrie. Yeah, I don't think Laundrie's in the park unless he's gator bait. The only way you're gonna survive there for that long is if you had the experience of the Seminole Indians. Seminole, I don't know which tribe it belongs to, means renegade. So it's not, Seminoles are not a tribe. An underwater recovery team was called to assist with the search, but no further details was offered. In the days since he vanished, a series of possible sightings of Laundrie have been reported in a number of states, including elsewhere in Florida and Alabama. Yeah, they list 11 sites, and I think only two of them can be true. The 11 sites they listed was Fort DeSoto, Appalachian Trail, Carlton Reserve, Bullwinkle Saloon in West Yellowstone. So maybe Bullwinkle's got some publicity now. Mexico Restaurant, that's a possibility. Toronto Hotel, no thank you. Uh, TikToker drops Brian off in Wyoming. No, that's just a TikToker trying to get publicity. Northport, 2 blocks from home. Okay, I made a joke. If you ever seen this old movie based on a book, but the book is much darker than the movie, and uh, it's a cult film called Bad Ronald. I suggested that uh, jokingly, jokingly, that Bad Bad Ronald is hiding in a secret uh, passageway in the laundry house under the stairs, and I don't think the laundry home has a two-story house. So please just take it as what it is, a joke. Okaloosa County Trail cam later confirmed as false sightings. Yeah, definitely that was because the face was much rounder than Brian Laundrie, and there was also tattoos on his neck that Laundrie did not have. Okay, next, Alabama and Bahamas. Now, Appalachian Trail, yeah, you can probably hide it out there for 30 years. That is a possibility, but I don't think he would be willing to be living out there, especially at this point. Uh, might be on that came after Dog the Bounty Hunter tweet about being held near the Appalachian Hiking Trail in North Carolina. Her dad had told Fox News he spent a couple of months there in the past, and he's an outdoorsman. This kid's not outdoorsman, so I think he went where he's comfortable. He might be an outdoorsman, but I think if he remains in the U.S., especially at this point, even on the Appalachian Trail, he's risking too much. Next one, Fort DeSoto. Uh, Laundrie family attorney Seaberg confirmed that the 23-year-old stayed at the Fort DeSoto Park on September 6th and left on September 8th. Okay, a couple from Fort Myers alleges that they camped next to the family at the park, and this was prior to him uh, going missing. So that's uh, okay. So that's not the possibility. Okay, so it's not possible that he's there because it's wide open space, and it would not be a good place for him to hide. Canada, another place that would not be a good place to hide. A flight attendant believes she may have spotted Brian Laundrie at a hotel in Canada. In a video posted to TikTok, user CW Lynn said she was staying overnight at a hotel in Toronto. Okay, another place too hard to hide. Now, as she set out to meet her courier, she said she spotted a man who closely resembled Brian Laundrie. Yes, how many men out there shave their head? Okay, who has not been seen since leaving his home in Florida September 14th. The flight attendant described the man appearing flustered as he walked out the hotel. Yeah, if you look like Brian Laundrie and you weren't Brian Laundrie, you'd be flustered too. The image shows a balding white male with prominent facial hair and a face mask strapped around his chin. The image picture also appears to be similar to build in Laundrie. The woman said she informed the hotel about the man's suspicious activity and likeliness to Laundrie. Yeah, she's just a busybody trying to up her follower count. Staff reporter told her he didn't know where he was going and he had the wrong hotel. Once again, Montana. Uh, a tourist claims to have interacted with Brian Laundrie at a bar last month where the fugitive fiancé seemed mad at the world and blasted him and a friend as stupid Southerners. Hunter Mannes was on the road trip from his home in Louisiana when he believes he had an encounter with Laundrie. Nah, maybe he just had a white Northern Democrat, you know, and the Bullwinkle Saloon. Okay, Bullwinkle Saloon, got plenty. Now, going back slightly just a bit to the Carlton Reserve. Okay, the only way you're gonna survive is uh, if you are a long time you grew up in the Glades, and that doesn't look like Laundrie's ability. So if he didn't leave on foot, then most likely he became gator bait. Okay, online shoes have shared an image that they claim shows laundry at a restaurant in Mexico. A picture that has circulated on Twitter appears to show a man who is wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts sitting at a table at a restaurant in Mexico. It's not known when the alleged picture was taken. Users speculate that the individual could be Laundrie, as he currently remains at large. His whereabouts remain unknown. This is more of a possibility and more likelihood because of there are many more places to hide in Mexico than there would be in the U.S. And then there's America's Most Wanted creator John Wells said earlier this month that 3 locations are merging the hunt for Brian. They're in Mexico, the Bahamas, and Appalachian Trail. Wells said he had received trips at Laundrie and had been spotted in Freeport. That's also a possibility where he could have comfort, and uh, the FBI and the courts would have to use international and diplomat to get him extradited to the U.S. One potential sighting came in Okaloosa County, Florida, and this one they reported as a false sighting because he something like weighed 60 pounds more than Brian Laundrie and was something like a foot shorter. Okay, so Sam Bose posted the image on Facebook on Tuesday. Police confirmed this was a false sighting and not Brian Laundrie. Okay. Uh, the larger lighter colored bag the man in the picture is carrying also seems similar to the bag. Okay, all right, so the other one, the other false sighting of Sam Bass, and saying, no, I am not Brian Laundrie, and uh, identified everything. The bag is similar, but is not him. No connection to Brian Laundrie in this area. The sheriff's office said there are no known possible past or current connections between Laundrie and anyone in this area. This time to follow on. Okay, they're also saying doesn't sightings in Alabama. Okay, uh, no, Alabama. While there's lots of places for him to camp, I don't think it's going to be making it for a very comfortable stay, as he seems to like. So we can rule out Alabama. I think in the order of most likelihood of the three would be Mexico number one, Bahamas number two, and the Appalachian Trail number three. So none of this is going to be uh, the Carlton preserves. It needs to be given up. They're not going to find him there unless they find him. Okay, this is where do you think Brian Laundrie is? Do you think any of these settings are accurate? Let me know below in the comments. And don't forget to check out our t-shirt collection.